That's what we say. Anyone's going to talk about today's topic. You want to talk about today's topic? Then we talk about it. Or we talk about tomorrow's topic. Or the day before that topic. Who knows? Whatever we bring to the table, that's what lies on the table. Whatever we don't bring to the table, then it don't really lie on the table. People want to talk about politics, what's mine, what's yours, who it belongs to and who it don't belong to, and why they got it and what they're going to do with it. And most times they don't know what they're going to do with it. We live in a world now that everybody's got to make a decision. They want to live the day or they want to cry about it tomorrow. They don't care as long as they're getting it done. They don't care how they cry. They don't want to cry too loud. They don't want to cry too low. As long as they can keep their little bit of money and do what they want to do, they do what they want to do and don't care about anybody else. That's society for you. Put it in your own hand, put it in your own pocket, and you be 10 that's yours. That belongs to anybody else. However, we all have a job to do. And some of them do it well, some of them do it in between, some of them do it if you like it, some of them do it if you don't like it. Okay? That's part of the story. Historic and belief. Well, I believe personally we all came in for a purpose. Okay? Purpose is how you look at things and how bright you want to be, how you want to be. How do you want people to be? How do you want people when you grow up? How do you look at them? What do you want to say to them? You just want to say nice things to them, or you want to say bad things? What do you want to say to them? What's the glory of the whole outfit that you would say to them, or someone that you like, or someone you like to meet? What would you say to them? How you doing? Where you coming from? Where you going? Or what would you say? Well, let's talk about people that you meet, people you don't like. What would you say to them? Can I take you out to dinner? Can I take you to lunch? How do you talk to those people that you don't like? How do you talk to people you don't even like to see? How do you talk to people you think you are and you're not? What if you woke up tomorrow morning and everybody would look just like you? What would you do? What would you think about? If you had all the money in the world, what would you do with it? If all the people were like you, what would you do with it? That's a good question. Most people don't know the answer to those questions because no one ever asks those questions. If you only had one brother and one sister, how would you treat them? Would you treat them nasty? Would you treat them in between? Would you treat them dirty? Would you give them satisfaction? What would you do? Most people don't have the faintest idea what to do because they don't have to worry about that situation. That situation goes deep in their minds and it sets them on opportunity that they have no regrets. And you have no regrets. You don't know what to do with yourself because you're thinking negativity. And, negativity never won nothing. Never was an idol, never was a book, never got together with nobody because it's positive things that makes things go around, not negativity. Negativity just call yourself, you might call yourself a soul loser. I'm negative to the world because I'm negative to the world. I don't like the world. I don't like the people. I don't like what's in it. Then you find yourself negative. Then you weren't even supposed to be here. But guess what? Once again, like I told you, everyone has a purpose of here, and being on this earth is one of them. Because if you wouldn't, you'd have been long gone. You'd have been cast away like everybody else gone, and no return. Nobody know who you are. Besides, when you go, nobody gonna know who you are. They gonna know you were here for that proud moment. You were here. What does it mean you were here? You were here and there, now you're gone. That doesn't mean anything. What if you had all the answers? What if you had all the answers and you were the king throne? Say, I got all the answers and I can do what I want. Would you do it? Something to think about, because you probably wouldn't. Because then you have all the answers, then you wouldn't know what to do with yourself. And then you'd fail again. You know, it's kind of lonely being on top of things. I mean, everybody's on top and you're down there. And if you're down there and everybody's up there, that means somebody's looking at you and somebody's up there looking at somebody else. That means there's no top, there's no bottom, and everybody's looking at everybody and basically trying to see what is the next move. What's the next move? The next move is how you move it. What's the next suggestion? The next suggestion is how you receive it. How do you reject it? How do you process it? We all have a processor. We all have a look-alike. We all have a belief. Everyone in this world believes something. Even atheists believe he's an atheist. If he didn't, he wouldn't be an atheist. So we sit down and we count the numbers of things that we should be and things we shouldn't be. And at the end of the day, it falls down to the same thing. What do you accomplish? Well, you either accomplish something or you accomplish nothing. The future lies between itself. It doesn't lie between people who want to be satisfied and confident. They want to be with somebody that says, I got something. Never heard nobody say, man, you bad luck, I'm going to stick with you. No. So the majority of people want to be with somebody who got something. That's the majority. Every now and then you get a lucky coin, every now and then you get the coin and you go for lucky. You get a good meal, every now and then you get a good meal, and then you get a bad meal. Well, I'm lucky. I get a good meal every night. Every night, that's right. Whether I want it or not, it's a good meal and it's waiting for me. You say, how's that? Well, because my wife cooks anything. International. But she cook anything. That's right. My kids, my kids are good kids. I taught them the best they can be. One's 39, one's 43. And they're doing well good. But guess what? They have a life of their own now. And one with 3, well, my son, he got all the kids. And that's an advantage that he has to take. That's a belief he has to go into, but that's his belief. Every one of us go together and dream about something. And we want the best for everyone else. We don't want to hear the choir. Or we don't want to hear quotations that, why didn't you do this? We don't want to hear that. Because it doesn't line up with anything. It lines up with a frustrated old man or frustrated old woman trying to think, how do we get through the next day and where's it going? You all, I know everybody out there got nephews. You know, half the world got nephews. Half the world got cousins. But you don't know who they are. What do you mean to do though? You don't know who they are. Someone could be cousin be right by you, you wouldn't even know it. Someone was to look at you dead in the face and you wouldn't even know it. Yeah, that's kinfolk, that's genetics and genes and everything else harmonize together. You know, you ever get the feeling when somebody you see you like them, like, man, I could get along with that person forever. And never seen them in your life. Got something to do with them genes, brother. Like an animal. Animal knows you and you don't have to know him. But he knows that I don't want to be around you. And vice versa. So, October is coming up. Trick or treat? That's the question you want to ask yourself. Trick or treat? Are you going to be tricked in October for Nana Feast? Or are you going to be treated for Almighty to take care of everything else? What are you going to do? You don't even know. So you might as well run around, get you another mask, put on your face, and say, Halloween. And then it might at the same time be a turkey too, because that's what you're going to be. Put that mask and be a turkey and a Halloween turkey at the same time. So now you got turkeys in October and November. Well, then December come around, what you want to do? Same thing. You can be tricked, treated, or ride a sleigh. Ride a sleigh down a holy way and you get nothing but a day. Hey, just being frank. For all you who wishes that you want to be on that sleigh. And all you want to be on that day that said, I was there. Sing a song. Make yourself be happy. If I was there on a rainbow, what I saw, would I come back on a dreamboat and be bought? Or would I just sit in the tall and say applause? And no one cares at all. See? Pick your songs. Sing yourself a happy nappy long. Happy song. Don't matter what. And it doesn't matter where it come from. Doesn't matter who sings it. As long as you looking at it and seeing it. See, me, I say, oh no, not me, but I'm not you. See, that's what's wrong with the world. We get around and think that we got to contain the whole world, the universe. Well, I thought that one time, only when I was hanging that uniform. After I hung the uniform, I was like hanging the church up. Didn't know nobody, saw nobody, the rest of it was history. Life it's a funny little thing when you just travel along and move along and see day after day after day after day after day after day, and you wonder, wow, did I accomplish something today? Accomplished a lot. You woke up, you walk, you talk, you might have called somebody, I don't know, that you accomplished. But if you were sitting there like a log, didn't talk to nobody, didn't call nobody, you, my friend, wasted that whole day. Okay? Life was not given to you to waste the whole day on yourself. Now, if you tell somebody I'm taking off for the whole day, go get me a bath, massage, and then that's good. You told somebody. But if you wake up and say, what I want to do there, who I want to call, what I want to call, when I want to go, where I want to work, what I want to eat, you might well go back to sleep because you ain't know what you want to do. See, the world is accomplished that every individual has something to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it, when they're going to do it, who they're going to do it, where they're going to do it, when they're going to do it, and whoever does it. Yeah. Whoever. Not when, how, whoever. Can anyone do it? Yes. Can anyone try to do it? Yes. Can anyone do it? No. But most of you don't know how to do it, so don't do it, and therefore you can't do it. Triddle, riddle, diddle. Mounts up the triddle. There's a thing called common sense. Common sense said go around and come back and see how many times you find yourself in town. Well, if you went around and you didn't find nothing, guess what? If you didn't find nothing, you didn't accomplish nothing. Okay? So therefore, you put yourself nowhere. You put yourself in a vicinity that had no opportunity to play any wide game. And people the same way. Well, gentlemen, ladies, we have a game, we have a wall, and the wall is between the individuals. I wouldn't say the states, the individuals. Who was in charge of what needed to sit down and think about what they're doing. Matter of fact, take some, tell you, don't even take that no real aspirin. Get you a plastic aspirin, put some salt in it, and think about what aspirin that could be. Make you high, make you glide, make you pie, make you high, whatever. Then you make a decision. Most people do it anyway. Put your hand on the left, put your hand on the right, and say, I'll pass this bill. I'll pass that bill. And 9 times out of 10, the bill that they passed should have been passed 20 years ago. So guess what? It still didn't accomplish nothing. I'm going to run for this. Okay, go ahead and run. 9 times out of 10, whoever set to run and get in that position, somebody done planted the whole outfit. So guess what? When you get there, all you got to do is look at the road and say, that's what I'm doing? You're a puppet on a string. Just a puppet on a string, hollering, roll away. A puppet on a string, it'll be the same. So, puppets on a string, that means that somebody's pulling the puppet and somebody's making it work. Well, that's what I believe what's going on in the world. Somebody pulling the string, and that's why we're all working the same. Now, my advice is look deep down into your heart and figure out what you want to do, what you want to claim in life, and therefore you might have a better situation. Yes. You don't go to the doctor and say that's the right doctor. You don't go to the dentist and say that's the right dentist. Somehow you develop a relationship with that doctor or that dentist. Guess what? You should do that to the whole world. Get the relationship with everybody. Find not no relationships in the bed, but relationships on according of the individual experience in their job performance, i.e. truck driver. Anybody can be a truck driver, can they? If anybody can be a truck driver, then everybody will be a truck driver. So guess what? Let's false that lie one more time. It takes an individual to know how to drive a truck, how to hit them 18 wheels, how to stick the guts, how to punch the clutch, how to maneuver, how to back and forward, and carry big cargo when a person's probably weighing 140 pounds. Okay? So let's don't get ourselves twisted when we go around talking about, well, anybody can do it. No, anybody can't do it. Because if anybody can do it, anybody would be doing it. Okay? White House, same thing. If anybody could be the president, then anybody would be it. I don't see everybody run up there. I see a few people run up there who has money, but I don't see. Tell you what, the day you see a poor man run, say I'm gonna run for president. Let me know, cause I'm gonna get on my bike and find, if I ain't got a bike, I'm gonna find one to ride up there with him. Cause it doesn't happen. You either know somebody, or you got somebody, or you got some. And I don't give you white wing, left wing, middle wing, front tier, back tier, blue point, red point. It doesn't matter. Jackass, ass jack, don't matter. You can be a horse, you can be a monkey, you can be a donkey, elephant. Independent, don't matter. What you can't be is saying something that you're going to do and have a big old mouth and don't do nothing. I'm talking about you guys out there that think that you on high top hill and have a little bit of money, but you don't. But if you only knew that little bit of money you got, it's like pouring in a cup, and the other guy got more money. You say like what I can do. So that's what. Can do's. It's a do or don't. Forget the can do's. Forget what I want to do. Go out and do it. All right. You want to be a millionaire? Go out and be a millionaire. But don't take nobody else's money. Go out there and be a millionaire. Get your money. Get your money like the millionaire did. Now, let me just remind you, all millionaires had daddy and mama sometimes pull their leg. But guess what? Be different. Everybody has a financial hole, and everybody in this world have a goal. Some people have a goal to be a millionaire, and some people have a goal to have 10 children. Some people have a millionaire to have 10 wives, and then they'll end up with 10 wives. Well, the great old book of Solomon says if you can afford them, do it. If you can't afford them, leave them alone. Don't be like the government say, I'm going to take care of you while you run around like a jackass and do nothing else. Because you can. And let me make sure you know who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just men. I'm talking about you alcoholics and lockamollets and creeps on the wall women as well. So don't get it twisted. The men has been doing their thing for years. Yeah, they have. But guess what? They wasn't by themselves. So took two to tangle. If you didn't lock it up, close it up, move it around, guess what? You're guilty as they are. So what do we do about it? We have a different plan. That's what we do about it. We change the atmosphere and change the renewity and do something different. Therefore, you don't do the same thing and get the same. There's an old trick I learned when I was the man. I said the man coaching. And coaching goes a long way. If you coach, and you're the children out there playing, and you're not listening to the coach, and you're not running plays, guess what? Game time, you be doing the same thing. The same mess. Now, if you do what the coach tell you to do, then most times you're probably going to win. Okay? Let's remember the words I said most of the time. Because, of course, when I came along, they didn't have the video and everything. Instead, to send them to me, I could say what so-and-so were doing. Now they got that. So if you go out there and pee on the wall, they're going to know it. Yeah. So, laws, rules, and regulations all stand at a point. And the point is a side point, or the middle point, or angelical point. Angelical. It sounds like we're going into space. Could be. You know, there's a myth. You can't do stuff on the ground. Put it in the air. And those on the air will be in the air. And those on the ground, oh well, as ground may be, ground may dust, they may stay, and they can kiss us. As the moon shines at night, there's a river going bright. When you see the silver light, you can make it to the right. Don't let it be a train that goes down the drain. When you see the train, there's nothing but the same. But a light that goes bye-bye, blue sheep, bye-bye, blue sheep. Other words, don't let the train catch you. Don't let the sad days of relaxing get you. Don't let the individual blues bring you down. If you got a blues bring you down, find something to bring you up. Okay? You know, everybody can't sing, everybody can't dance, everybody can't do the hula hoop or the ha ha. So you find something that you can do that no one else can do. That's gonna make you happy. Because you can be your own joy guy in your own mirror. You say, ha ha, look here, I can do this and they can't do it. Ha ha, look here, I can do this, they can't do it. But just remember that. So don't go outside and tell somebody, hey, guess what? Look what I can do, because you just what you did. You just showed them what you do. And if you show them, they're going to imitate you and do what you do. Imitate, or imitate. Like, imitation is a great thing. You can imitate someone. But if you can't imitate someone, it's not good for you. So you said to yourself, dream on, invitation, dream on, let your blues shine a light when it's bright. But when it's bright, there's a sun, there's a light. When it rains, there's a dawn in the cloud. And when it's dark, there's a bark in the rock. So don't do it. Just do what you're supposed to do. Don't do it. And say lolly who. It's short of my other talents. Well, all I was saying in something like that, everybody's happy, be happy. Everybody's glad, be glad. Be glad that you can be glad. If you got, because you got, if you got a buddy, you're a millionaire. If you got two buddies, you're a billionaire. And three, it goes on and on. Because it takes time to be with your friends. It takes time to round them up and try to get them all together. It takes time to explain to them what you've been trying to explain to them for 20 years. And you're going to take a day and a half. It's not going to work. Because that, my friends, is how the world goes. It goes into politics. And everyone has something to say. And if you never get a person something to say, then you would never know how that person feels. And it doesn't have nothing to do with, well, he's an adult. He should be able to speak more. No, he shouldn't. Because if little Susie Pooh got something to say, it may be important than what he had to say. Because Susie Pooh just saw it. He'd been in from walking along many years. You follow me? We all have a price to pay when we get on this earth. We all have a price to pay when we live on this earth. It's called time. Not time sharing, time picking. It's time, otherwise how long you've been on here, and the time you're sharing with someone else that you could have shared by yourself. So you look at it as time. Time. And time, brother, sisters, it doesn't pay to say, I'm going to wait on time. Because if you do, you'll be still sitting there waiting on time to pass you by. And when you will never know you hit the sky. Okay? Time is a big bottle, and it doesn't get in, it comes out. And it goes forevermore. Time is a ticking. Where do you want to be tucked? Tucked in is a blessing. Where do you want to go? Rut. So, in other words, time ticking, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're going to write. If you write, you're going to go sour. And if you get sour, you do things, you can get rusty. And if you're going to get rusty, you disappear. And every language that you want to speak to, and every holiday, man, we have holidays. We have holidays for just being a holiday. Alright? So you get a holiday that says, this is the holiday I want to share somebody with, or share something with. This is the holiday for this. This holiday. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just lighten you on something. And I'm closing the map on the maps here. Be prepared if you get in a religion that you never had before. Because it's going to change you. You take the opportunity to say, do you like it or not? Because not, it's going to school you. And it's going to tell you everything nice and chicken spice that you want to hear. But it's not going to tell you about the boys and the little white dogs and buck tails, which is not a true statement, because some of the boys had lightning in them too. They wasn't all rooty tooty toot toot. Rough and tough and muff. So, if you join something, make sure you know what you're joining. If you get into something, make sure you know what you're getting into. If you get involved with someone, make sure you know what you're getting involved with. Because if you don't get involved with, a friend of mine told me this, and I've heard it before. A pretty face is just another case. Pretty can starve you into ugliness, and ugliness can starve you into nothing. But the heart itself, you go out the heart itself, you just hit the gold mine. You know why? The only physicians and doctors know about the hearts. That's when they go into them. Every human being else has a dream of what they think a heart might be, or what it looks like, or where it's coming from, or is it blood, or what? They don't know. So sometimes you have to go beyond the curtain. Sometimes you have to go beyond yourself. Sometimes you have to believe in a higher being. Now, do you believe in him, or you see him, or you think you see him? Doesn't matter. It's up to you as an individual to have to trust in what you believe in. Because everybody else cannot believe and walk your shadow. You walk the path, you walk the street, you walk the pattern yourself. No one else has a guideline for you. If you think they do, brother, you're on the wrong track. If you think that the reason is good, you're on the wrong track. If you think that people are going to be nice to you because you're nice to them, you're on the wrong track. That's right. You have to be nice to them as an individual, but they don't have to be nice to you. That's something in their hearts will turn them to another universe. And then the sacrifice comes from them, not from you. As long as you do what you're supposed to do, you can be a proud mama, proud daddy, proud uncle, proud cousin, whatever, brother, sister, and it goes on and on. But you have to be willing to sacrifice something. You have to be willing to give and take at the same time. And we have all have one time or another gave and took. Don't matter what it was. If it was a piece of bubble gum, you took it. If it was a shoestring, you took it. Did you give it back? No. Did you get the bubble gum back? No. See what I'm saying? The statement of the worldwide unit says this: our freedom was never cheap. Our freedom was never given to us just to be given to them. So when we took our freedom, we made it stand hard. And so why, my brothers, so we let it lay down now. Freedom gives you a whole lot of tables turning. Freedom gives you a lot of opportunity to be who you are. When you lose that freedom, you become a narcissist. Okay? Well, in other words, there's nothing for you. You can't talk to nobody because your mouth closed. You can't have a conversation with nobody because your mouth closed. But if you let all that go, like a vehicle, you said, I'm going to do the return. I'm going to start it over again. You start it over again, you will go back where you were to start with. And if you go back where you start with, you become the happy go-getter. You become the law of your land. That's your land. You become the person that you want to be to start with, and not someone else trying to tell you what you can be and what you can't be. Okay? The only one who can give you that right is the man upstairs who created you and yourself. Anybody else tell you that, then they're wrong. They're just a jack in the jackpot. There's a jackal. Okay? A jackal in a jackpot. And those jackals, sometimes they stay there. So with all that information I'm going to give you, uno, I can say hello, goodbye, aloha, vida sing, cheers, arrivederci, yada yada yada, yada yada yada, tudve mele, yo mataro, shari, haro kara. You be something language that you just hit that I just threw into you just now. But it was out of love, my brothers and sisters. Out of love. And that's the key thing. We don't walk around trying to vote. We don't walk around saying, I'm going to be the next black president. I'm going to be the next black this. No. Because if you do, you better stick a fork in yourself because you're done. Okay? There's no black and white in society. It's only the look of the people's faces and what's on the skin. And when you look deep down, you find out there's something that's in. How about that? So, with that in mind, October is coming. And the question you want to know, are you going to be treated or are you going to be tricked? That's the game you're going to play with. That's the game you're going to fall out with your parents and everyone else. Your boyfriend, Your husband. The man who made you, the God Almighty. So, with that in mind, Big Earl here gonna say, for all the friends I ever knew, I forgive you on this day. For all the friends that I like, I forgive you as well. For all the enemies out there who are my enemies, may you fall back in the dirt hole and go behind the reef like a bunch of knaves and drive on. For all my brothers and sisters who can't get on his phone and can't hear it or don't listen to it, might need to try. Because I got nothing but love for you, as my sister would say. And regardless of the situation, we all grown. But boy, we leaving a whole stack of young people behind us just to figure out how grown we are. Alright, so love y'all, Wiedersehen. Most love to my wife, who's always there for me, who counts me in and out, and give me the up and down of the situations that I count and look for yearly. Adios.